Game one. Let's go. Alright, Deku and base on kickoff. Kickoff goes neutral. It's high up in the sky. I'm gonna send it to our offensive zone. Into the pocket. Deku's going for that pocket drive. Botches it. Base takes over for him. I'm gonna fall way back. I don't like that play at all. Base gets it back, gets it through the pocket. He's going for the skirmish. The other team gets it around him. Even Deku, what are you doing? Deku bounce passes it for the other team and they score. 1-0. 4:36 remaining. Sorry, Deku, but I don't know what that was. We got scored on by a team that's just two players. Alright, I'm going for kickoff, Deku. Kickoff goes poorly. Base is running for the recovery. He can't touch it. Oh my god. Are we going to lose to a team of two? Deku, he saves the day. Snuffs the play. The other team gets a shot from the pocket and almost scores. Oh my god. Deku's driving it down the line. Finally, Base is chasing up his asshole. I don't like that. Base is sending it through the pocket. Deku sends it through the pocket. The other team stops it up. Base sends it to the line. The other team gets a line drive out of it. Base centers it for them. They almost scored off of Base's pass to them. Oh my gosh. Deku gets a bounce pass to the goal. Base is not in the slot. Base is now in the slot and doesn't go for it. Base gets it back at midfield. The other team still is driving. Oh my gosh. What a disaster. And I can't touch it. Base is driving it down the line now. Deku's going to steal it from Base. Why are you doing this, Deku? Well, you know better. The other team's going for a line drive now. Base. Come on. The other team gets a shot from the wall. Deku and Base are just chasing each other. Deku gets a good centering shot, but I don't want to go for it. 1-1, 3:17 remaining. I don't want to go for any of these shots because it's like both Deku and Base are always on the ball. And if I'm going for it, then who's tending the goal? I'm on kickoff. It's 1-1. Kickoff goes neutral. Base almost nudges it for us. Let's see, Deku gets it into the pocket for us. I'm going into the slot. Base goes for a shot, and he scores. 2-1, 3:05 remaining. Alright, we're back on track. I'm on kickoff. Deku takes it instead. Deku gets a shot off from kickoff, the other team clears it. They snuff the play into the pocket. They're trying to get a line drive. They don't have any juice, so I'm going to send it through the pocket. What are you doing, Deku? Come on, dude. Like, I could have passed it to Base. Why are you doing this? You should have been on defense so that the other team doesn't get a breakaway if that fails, man. 3-1, 2:51 remaining. Base is on kickoff. Base gets it into the pocket. Base centers it to Deku, and the other team clears it. I'm waiting for that recovery. Deku stops it up for the other team. I'm going to take it over. He was in a bit of a skirmish there. Oh no, and I botched the drive through the pocket. Base recovers. Sends it. Oh no. Not good. Goes right over my head on the rebound. Deku gets it back. He's going for a beautiful shot. Good rotation. That was beautiful, Deku. Almost got it in. Loses the skirmish. Base gets it back. Sends it to the other pocket. Base centers it. I get a shot off. It's wide. The other team gets it back. Base sends it through the pocket. Deku sends it through the pocket. The other team gets it back on defense. Oh no, and they get it past me and drive it down the line. They're driving it through the pocket. Base sends it back down the line. Base is going to try to get a drive in. Base does. He shoots it. Oh, and it's blocked by the other team. Base is going to send it back through the pocket. The other team swipes it away. I get an opportunity here. Oh, and I can't nudge it enough. The other team still centers it for us. Just kicking it back towards their goal. Racing for it. The other team gets to it first. Deku's gonna snuff it. Give me and Base time to reset. The other team is centering. Base swipes it away, sends it down the line. The other team gets it back. I kick it back towards them. Back towards their side of the field. Oh, and Deku can't stop it. The other team... Let's see here. What's the other team gonna do? Nobody's touching it. The other team shoots. Deku swipes it away. Base sends it towards the other team's side. It's in the pocket. Base isn't going for the skirmish. He does now. Gets it in front of the goal, but it's a janky pass. I can't even touch it on the recovery. Neither can the other team, though. I get a shot off. The most ridiculous shot in history. 4-1, 38 seconds remaining. Look at that. What? And we win. GG. Base failed to register for the tournament. What? What is this error? I'm so freaking confused, man. Did we get kicked from the tournament for some reason? God has left the chat, Hervis says. Alright. Let's do this. Let's try it. Deku. It was a good run. Obviously I'm on kickoff. I'm the only one near the ball. I win kickoff. The other team can't touch it. Now I'm on the drive. Ah, and the other team swipes it away. Deku, of course, gets it. Deku on the drive now. Deku's got a bit of a breakaway. I'm sitting in on defense. Deku's trying to get it through the pocket. He's in a skirmish on his own. The other team gets the ball back. I'm gonna fall back here. Deku gets the clear. There we go. I sent it back down the line a bit. Deku's defending. Now he's gonna take it. Deku's got the drive. I'm still sitting in net. Deku's trying to probably go for something. Base has joined the match. Deku. Base is back. The other team's giving. If we get the ball and they're doing a drive like that, we can score on them. Ah, come on! I almost got that goal. Base gets a breakaway and scores. 1-0, 4:02 remaining. Deku. I don't think either of us are happy about Base scoring the first goal. I think we can agree on that. But at least we're up 1-0. Hey, good for Hervis. Hervis says he's had some really, really good stuff happen to him that he just can't talk about. But I'm so happy for you, Hervis. There we go. I get the ball, send it through the pocket. Ah, and I get the ball back on a defender's attempt. Base gets a goal attempt. He shoots it over the defender. Oh, and they swipe it out. That would, 9 times out of 10, that would have been a goal. Deku gets it through the pocket. Deku's gonna get a shot attempt, and he scores. The other team botches their defense. 2-0, 3:35 remaining. Well done. Well done, Deku. The fact that we won this one. What is this tournament? I'm on kick. If this is the tournament I win, that's gonna be nonsense. Kickoff goes poorly. Base gets a demo in the pocket, and Deku gets the ball, sends it down the line. The other team's trying to stop him up. Deku backs it into the pocket again, gets a beautiful pass, but the other team beats me to it. Now they're getting into our pocket. I'm trying to interfere with them. Oh, the other team gets a shot, and it's behind all of us. 2-1, 3:14 remaining. I was out in the forward screen while Deku and Base were both just off. Look at that. Same exact time they flipped backwards. Alright, Base is on kickoff. Kickoff goes somewhat well. The other team's trying to get it back. Oh, and I can't touch it. Deku sends it down the line. Look at him go. The other team sending it down the line to the pocket. Base snuffs the play. Deku's looking to get the drive. I'm gonna fall back to goal because Base is chasing after Deku. Deku gets a beautiful centering pass. Oh, and I just missed the screen. My screening game has been weak tonight. Base centers it for the other team. That's beautiful. Base gets it past the other team, though. He gets a bit of a breakaway. Gets it into the pocket. Deku's going into the slot for Base's pass. Good positioning. It's back out of the net. I get the ball back for us. Almost got a goal. That shoots wide, though. Oh my god. I can't touch it more than once, it seems. Oh, the other team gets a shot, and it's big mess. Hard to track. 2-2, 2:12 remaining. Tie game. Oh boy. Not pretty. I blame Base. It was going well when me and Deku were here. Of course, Base did score. But you know what? I blame Base. Kickoff goes poorly. Base gets it down to the other side of the field. The other team gets it into our pocket. Oh, I couldn't see that guy. I don't know how I didn't see him. I thought it was a clear ball for me. Deku and Base get a beautiful shot off. Complete accident. Oh, and it hits the rim. Deku gets a follow-up and he scores. I'm giving Deku all of the credit for that. Deku touched it and hit Base with the ball. Almost gets a goal. And then he lands the rebound. 3-2, 152 remaining. Well done, Deku. You know, Deku, I've had a whole roller coaster of emotions for you this whole evening. I've been angry, I've been proud, and right now, I'm just happy you're here. Deku's going for the ball. He sends it back towards our side of the field, right when I was complimenting him. The other team gets the ball back, sends it down the line. Oh, and they get a shot, and they score. 3-3, 133 remaining. Oh boy, Deku's back on kickoff. Kickoff goes neutral. Base gets the worst recovery I've ever seen. Sends it towards... he gets the recovery, but he sends it towards our pocket. And the other team gets it. Me and Deku stop it up in front of the net, though. The other team clears it for us. Base is getting a breakaway. Deku's going for it, because we don't trust Base, you know. Base is going into the slot, but the wrong spot. We don't get a goal attempt. Base crashes into me while I'm trying to get the ball back. And the other team gets the ball. Deku stops it up. Base gets the snuff. Here we go. Deku's back. Gets a shot attempt. The other team's going to send it back. Deku sends it back to him. It's going into the slot. I don't have the boost. Base does, and he scores. 4-3, 42 seconds remaining. Holy moly. This is bizarre. Most bizarre fucking thing. Kickoff goes really well. Base wins it. The other team sends it back, though. It's down the line into our pocket. Deku snuffs it, sends it down the line. Deku sends it back down the line after the other team recovers. Deku gets another shot attempt, but it's just wide. The other team's gonna try to get it down the slot. I try to get a shot off, but they stop it up. Base gets the follow-up, and he scores. 5-3 now, 16 seconds remaining. I feel like we've secured this one. How about that? Look at that replay. That's like the most hideous beauty ever. Like, Base has been, let's be honest here, Base has been a cornerstone to this round. But none of us, I think I can speak for both me and Deku here that neither of us like it. There we go. It hits the ground, we win. And we win. GG. Base is back in the party. Second W. And Base, of course, gets MVP. Deku and I. Fall out your mom. Deku is on kickoff. Kickoff goes neutral. Let's see if Base can get the recovery. Base is in the completely wrong spot. I get the ball, sending it into the pocket. It's the centering pass. Deku almost gets a goal attempt. Base snuffs it back into the pocket. Ooh, me and Deku both go for that swipe, but we fail on it. Oh, the other team centers it. They get a shot off, but it's not good. Base is trying to drive it through the skirmish. I stop it up in front of the net. Base finishes it for me. The other team's getting a big offensive drive here. Base gets a breakaway! And as long as he doesn't freaking touch it... Alright, thank God. 1-0, 4:19 remaining. It looked like he was about to like try to nudge it to the left. And I was like, don't you do it, dude. Don't you do it. That's going in. Alright, alright. He's like somebody that slips on a banana, does a triple backflip, and lands on his feet. Alright, the other team gets it after the kickoff. Kickoff does not go well, but they don't score on it. Deku gets a bit of a breakaway now. It's behind two of their teammates. It's in the pocket. Base is trying to get it centered in the slot. It's not a playable ball though. Now it is. Oh, me and Deku go for it, but it's not good. Base gets it, and he scores! Of course. 2-0, 3:54 remaining. You know, Deku, I think we should just, like, not play. And Base is, like, 100% luck, man. What the hell? Deku's on kickoff. Kickoff goes well. Deku's going to center it. Base is over there. Gets the ball. Let's see if he can win the skirmish. He centers it to Deku and me. Oh, and the other team gets a breakaway now. I can't touch it, and neither can Deku. 2-1, 3:38 remaining. That's not pretty. That was really well centered by Base. Oh boy, I'm on kickoff. Let's just not let that happen again. Kickoff goes well. Base and Deku both going for the recovery. Deku gets the recovery. Deku gets a close shot. Oh, I almost got it in. It's still in front of their net. Deku's going for it. Deku gets a beautiful touch. Not enough juice though, but that was the most beautiful touch of a ball I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of balls be touched. Base and Deku going for the line drive. Neither of them get it. The other team's going to skip the pocket. I can't touch it around our goal, but I don't need to. The other team saves it for us. Base gets another breakaway. Not as good though. It's centered by the other team. Base and Deku going for it. They shoot sharp. Deku and Base go for it, and Base scores. 3-1, 2:56 remaining. Welcome in, Angel. Welcome, welcome. You have to see this freaking tourney to believe it. It's been the most wild tourney, and we're somehow winning. Base is on kickoff. Kickoff goes poorly, but Deku misses the recovery. I snuffed their play, and it goes into the slot, but nobody's there for it on the other team. Base gets a breakaway. Gets it into the pocket. Deku's going for it. Let's see now. They're going to go for another skirmish in front of the net, I bet. Oh, the other team gets it back. They go skip the line, going for midfield. Base taps it. Oh, and I get a shot off, but it's wide. I get a nice demo, but I get demoed back. That's just enough to reset me, though. He just did the job for me. Deku centers it into the slot, gets another shot attempt after his own rebound. For some reason, Base wasn't there. It's weird because normally he would because he's chasing, but then he gets a beautiful shot and he somehow scores. 4-1, 2:11 remaining. I don't understand. He's on another plane of existence, frankly. Why is... Are we playing with like the Dunwich entity? Deku gets a shot from kickoff, and I'm sure Base is going to somehow score off of it. No, the other team gets the ball back. I shoot from across the field, and it's in. 5-1, 2:01 remaining. Thank God. Thank God for defense, right? That's why you don't all chase after the ball. You don't want all three people on the goal. 5-1, 2:01 remaining. Kickoff goes well. Base gets the ball back for us. He's going to go through the pocket. I'm in the slot. Deku is too. I was going for that shot, and neither of us got it. It didn't end as poorly as it could have, though. Base gets the ball back, sends it through the pocket. The other team stops it up. Base is going for the skirmish. He centers it from the skirmish. Deku gets a very wide shot off, but it was a good effort. Base sends it to the other line. Deku can't really touch it. I stopped the other team up. Hopefully that slows the ball down enough before they can get a goal, and they get it anyway. 2-5, 128 remaining. I think one real thing that's been an issue here is if I try to play offense, it's usually me and Deku, and base wants to be there too. So I think I kind of have to play defense, but there's a lot of times where I'm like, I have an opportunity here that I can't take it. The kickoff goes poorly. Deku's gonna send it the wrong way. The other team centers into the slot, but nobody's there for it. It ended up being a good play for us. Very good. The other team sends it, tries centering it again. Deku gets it back. Let's see here. The other team, if base misses it, the other team's gonna get a drive. They're sending it towards our net. Deku sends it over the net. Base and Deku get beautiful demos on. I love the effort. Base kicks it down the line. The other team is gonna send it towards us. Usually I don't like demos when you're up by this much, but frankly I don't care anymore. Deku gets a good shot off and he messes it up for himself, but base gets the score, of course. No luck for Deku. 6-2. What's up, Burnt Meatloaf? Welcome in. I think I sent you an invite. LG Loaf, am I right? You're a good player, buddy. I wish I could get you in on this, but frankly, I'm really entertained. Kickoff goes well for us. Base gets a shot off and he scores. 7-2. He's having the round of his life. Deku, you are helping. There's a lot to be said about people who... There's a lot of people who don't score, but they're a crucial part of the team, and that's what you've been tonight. Base gets a kickoff, and he goes well. I almost got the ball back for the other team. Hits it right off my touch. Deku touches it. He's going to try to center it. Get into the pocket. The other team's going to try to send it. Both Deku and Base were in a skirmish in the pocket. They center it, but I can't touch it before the other team gets to it. I'm going to swipe it from the other team now. I finally get a line drive before Base and Deku take it. Base shoots from the wall and he scores. 8-2. 6 seconds remaining. No worries, Angel. Yeah, Hervis says, I swear, Base is 4 parallel dimensions ahead of everyone, but he has no idea what he is doing. He's like, it's like he's some like dementia patient, and he can't remember what he's doing every 2 seconds, but he's like, oh, this ball needs to go in the goal. Just every 2 seconds, he's like, oh, that ball, that's got to go in. Where am I? Oh, shit, there's a ball here. I need to put it in the goal. What was that? Oh, yeah, the ball. Goal, right? That's his thought process, I think. If we lose Base. Alright, Base is ready. I'm ready. Alrighty. Let's get going. Wish me luck, everybody. We don't need it, because Base has all of the luck, and I have none of it. I'm on kickoff. Kickoff goes well. I'm going for my own recovery. Base goes for it instead. That's great. Base did center it, but Deku was just ahead of the ball, and the other team gets a shot from midfield, and they score. There's nothing I could do about that one. 1-0, 4:48 remaining. I really wish that Base would not have done that. Because I feel like he could have been playing defense, I could have centered it for Deku, and Deku would have scored. Or Base would have been able to save that goal. And score, somehow, off of it. Oh, Base centers it for the other team. They almost got a goal off, but Deku stops it up. Deku is going to try to stop it for them, and it doesn't work. Oh, I'm on the run, and of course Base gets it for me. It gets centered. Base kicks it away from me on my shot attempt. Don't do that, Base. If you can hear at least my vibes, I'm sending don't do that vibes to you, Base. Base stops up the other team on their line drive. I'm not going to interfere with his touching, because if I go for it, he's going to go for it. The other team misses wide on a very long shot. They get the follow-up, and Base gets a save. Deku's going for a line drive. Of course, Base is right behind him. instead of in the slot. Now Base is in the slot, look at that. But it's not effective. The other team gets the ball back. Base gets a centering pass, but the other team stops him up. Now it's a skirmish. Deku and Base go for the skirmish, but you know, you don't want to put more than one person in the skirmish when you're on offense because nobody will be in the slot unless you're willing to sacrifice defense. Base gets the ball back for us. Let's see if I can touch it. Oh, that's an awkward bounce for me. Base and Deku going for it. See, I'm gonna be so like unwarmed up now after not being able to touch the ball at all. Oh god, that's in our goal, and me. That's so ridiculous. Me and Base were trying to move and just couldn't get around each other. Base touches it, and it goes off the other team and in the goal. Such a bizarre thing. Base and Deku on kickoff. Deku wins it, it seems. Gets it through to the other side of the field. Base going for the skirmish. The other team centers it for us. I get the shot. Oh, and it just shoots the rim. I got the rebound off of Deku's shot attempt. Deku's going back for it. He's fighting for it in front of the net, but the other team kicks it out. Let's see if Base can do something with it. Base gets a shot off from the wall, and that's gonna... That almost went in. Ah! I almost got a follow-up shot, and Deku did too, but it didn't work out. The other team's on the drive. Me and Deku get the save. Deku's driving it down the line. Deku's gonna get it into the pocket. Base going for the pocket play for some reason. On Deku's pocket play. Deku snuffs it into the pocket on offense, and the other team kicks it away from me on my drive through the pocket. Deku gets it back though. It goes right in front of their net. That would have been a scoring opportunity if I had some boost, man. There we go, I found some boost. It's too late though. Deku and Base trying to get the drive. Deku gets a beautiful air shot. Base now on the ball. Can't touch it. The other team gets a big centering pass, some screening. Base kicks it away. Deku's going to send it back down the line. The other team sends it back to him. Base snuffs it into the line. Me and Base in the skirmish. Oh! A lot of bumping. Not pretty. The other team, Base kicks it away on the other team's centered shot. I get it through the skirmish. Deku's going to finish the drive for me. He sends it through the pocket. Base is sitting, waiting for the shot. The other team gets to it first. Kick it out. Oh, the other team gets it past me, but that's not a goal. That's wide. Deku's on a drive. And I get into the pocket instead. Deku centers it. Base can't touch it. Base centers it. See, the other team stops it. The other team centers it. Me and Deku go for it. Deku gets it through the pocket, the other team sends it back. I'm gonna get it through the pocket. Let's see, that's in front of the net. Base shoots and he scores. 1-2, 46 seconds remaining. Whew! I'm on kickoff. Kickoff goes well. Let's see if Base can work with it. The other team gets it back. They're shooting. Deku gets a save. Hopefully Deku can get the rush. I got the breakaway here. Deku gets a shot off. The other team kicks it away. I really did. Deku, that was my drive. Come on. Deku, or the other team sends it into the pocket on our side. I try to kick it out. The other team stops it for me. Base is driving it now. Driving down the line, high up. Tries to get a shot off, but it doesn't go well. Base tips it towards their net. Deku's going to go for it. I'm going for that rebound. I'm fighting for it. Let's get aggressive here. Let's see, Base and Deku trying to drive it, and it's GG. The other team wins. Oh boy, I got it. I'm on kickoff. Holy shit. Kickoff goes well for us. Base gets it, almost scores. The other team snuffs it into the pocket. Base is going to send it from the pocket. Deku's going to try to get a scoring shot. It goes right over my head, and Base crashes into me on my reset attempt. I get crashed into while I'm still trying to reset again. The other team gets a wide shot attempt. The other Base is going for the drive. Deku passed it to him. Oh, I can't touch it either. The other team still can't play with it. Deku's got a good chance here for a score. And I crash into him. I'm sorry, Deku. Deku still got a chance. Ah. No, how did I miss that? I was going right into it. Oh, and the other team still can't score. Quite a few flubbed plays at the beginning of this round. I'm sending it back down the line. I'm on the line drive now. The other team gets it back. Deku snuffs it. Swipes it way out wide away from the other team. Let's even get this drive. Base is actually going to the slot this time. Base tries to get it. The other team snuffs the play. Deku sends it high up. Oh, and me and the other team touch it at the same time. I'm going to send it through the pocket, though. The other team kick it out. Base and Deku drive it for the other team, it seems. It looked like both of them. It could have been just Base. I'll let Deku have the benefit of the doubt. Base gets a breakaway. The other team stops it up. That wasn't quite as much of a breakaway as it felt like. Deku's going to send it forward. The other team's going to get another shot attempt. Base is going for it. Base gets a good block. I kick it out. I kick it and it's going towards the net. Oh, and it goes high. Base gets the follow-up. 1-0, 3:04 remaining. Oh my god. What a play. I'm so stressed. Why do video games have to add stress to my life? Deku's on kickoff. The kickoff goes poorly. It's going into our pocket. I send it out to midfield. Maybe Base can do something with it. The Base misses it. And the other team snuffs it into the line. Deku's going for it. Good rotating by Deku. I gotta commend him for that. Unfortunately, it's in front of the net, but nobody's there to play it because both me and Base are rotating out. I steal it from the other team. Hopefully it's centering it to Deku. Base gets the ball. He shoots. And it goes sharp. Deku and Base are trying to get the pass. I got demoed. The other team reads my play. I can't shoot that because I get demoed. Deku is the last one on a line skirmish. I steal it from the other team while they're trying to drive it down the line. Deku gets it from me. I'm going to try to follow up for him, but it doesn't work out. I tried tipping it and it shoot it just wide. Deku sent me a beautiful pass though. I was just trying to get that gentle nudge and it was a little too harsh. Let's see here. Base is in the skirmish on the line. The other team wins it. They get it to skip the pocket. I get the ball. The other teams, two of them are there for it, but that gives our team an opportunity if we can take it. Deku's got the opportunity. Base gets it. It goes just sharp, man. Just sharp. That could have been a goal. Deku sends it up. Why is Base trying to touch that? I get a shot attempt. Oh, and the other team kicks it out. Oh no, and I touch it while I'm resetting. The ball just went to me while I was in no control in the air. Base is going to try to get it back down the line. Deku gets a beautiful demo. Good for you, Deku. Base is going to try to keep... He keeps playing it across the field. Let's see what he's doing. Can that go in? No, the other team stops it. Deku's going for this ball. Deku's going to get it through the pocket. Base is going to go for it. Base is just sharp again. There we go. I stopped their play successfully, giving my team time to reset. Base is going to kick it down the line. The other team gets it right back. They skip the pocket. Deku kicks it back down the line. The other team sends it back right to me, and I'm sending it back to them. Oh, the other team sends it towards our net. Base stops the play. Sends it back to them. Deku gets the drive with Base. Deku's going to get in front of the net. Base isn't in position for that. Base is going to try to get it through the pocket again. He's in a big skirmish, but nobody's going... It's a big skirmish, but nobody's touching it. The other team gets it right before me, and base kicks it out of the net. Let's see here. We gotta stop the other team from getting a goal here. I kick it away and get it onto their side of the field, killing the play for them. Alright, let's win this one. Base is on kickoff. Good God. God be with us. Base gets a neutral kickoff. The other team gets a poor shot attempt. Deku swipes it away from him. The other team's going to get a follow-up, a shot, and I send it high. Out of the goal. Deku can't touch it. Base is in a bad position, but he still manages to shoot. And he scores off the goalie. What the fuck? 1-0, 4:44 remaining. Okay. Alright, Deku and base on kickoff. It's up to them, whoever wants to go. Base takes kickoff. Kickoff goes neutral. Oh, and the other team sends it right to our net. Deku stops it. The other team gets a follow-up shot. Deku gets the save again. The other team's going to send it back to us. Deku's ball. I'm letting them have it. I'm going into the slot. Deku's going to get this through the pocket. And Deku scores! I was waiting for that rebound to come right to me. Didn't need to. Of course. 2-0, 4:26 remaining. Deku just had some ping spike, which makes me a little nervous. I'm on kickoff. I'm taking the kickoff, Deku. Deku takes it in instead. He wins kickoff. It's fair. Oh, base bails on the fucking... a clear goal attempt for base. He should have gone for that, and he just bails on it. That was... I can't imagine why anybody would bail on something like that. Alright, the other team's driving down the line to get it stopped in the pocket by Deku and base. Base is going to stop it in the pocket again. Big skirmish. Oh, I try finishing the job for base, and the other team gets to it first. Deku snuffs it. I finished the job for Deku. I'm going to drive this through the pocket. I get it through the pocket. Base scores. 3-0, 3:48 remaining. See, what I used there was presence. Faked him out. They saw me there, they expected me to beam it. Didn't touch it. That's the trick. I'm on kickoff. Kickoff goes neutral. 2 people went for the recovery, and they crashed instead of touching the ball. I get bumped into the net. Base shoots. He scores! 4-0, 3:37 remaining. What the fuck? Deku is typing the exact... Everything I'm saying where it's ridiculous that base is getting this shit, somebody in the chat is saying, what the fuck just happened? Base is on kickoff. Kickoff goes poorly. It's going right to Deku, though. Deku's gonna get it through the pocket. The other team passes it to him. I get a shot off, and the other team stops it. Base gets a follow-up shot. That has no juice, but somehow nobody stops it. It doesn't go in. Let's see here. Deku gets it. Oh, and the other team gets a breakaway. That looked like it would have been a shot base could have made 9 times out of 10, but, you know... Base is more of like a 1 time out of 10 kind of guy. Deku gets a shot from midfield. That was a beautiful play by Deku. The other team stops it up, but that's a good pressure. Base somehow misses it again on a very open opportunity, which is typical, you know. It's the weird stuff that he gets, which is... It's fine, I guess. It's carried us through this tournament. Deku sends it down the line. The other team can't stop it in midfield. Base is rushing for it for the skirmish. He gets the skirmish win. Oh, and I tip it, but it's not good enough to go in. I just stopped it up a bit. That probably is giving us another scoring opportunity if Base can touch that. Base does touch it. Deku gets the follow-up, and it goes wide off a defender into midfield. I get the ball back for us. We're back on offense. It's in the pocket. Base has got it. Deku is get the follow-up. He misses it. Rare shot. That's a shot Deku makes. That's a shot that Deku makes a lot. The other team's trying to go... I'm trying to stop him from getting into the pocket. It's successful. Deku gets a good demo. Base is going to finish the drive for us. The team's going to get a follow-up shot. It's going into the pocket. Deku's going to go for a drive. Oh, Base sends it towards our net. Oh boy, that's exciting. The other team skips the pocket, but that's not a good play. It's not going to go anywhere towards our net. Now it does, but I kick it out. I'm trying to jump so I don't touch any of my teammates here, protecting the pocket. I'm sitting in goal. The other team sends it straight towards the net. Base kicks it out, sends it to midfield. The other team is going to send it. Deku can't touch it. The other team's going to send it again. Deku sends it for them towards our net. The other team can't score off of it. Deku once again crosses the slot with the other team, but I don't blame Deku for that. Base touched it while Deku was rotating. And it, of course, touches Deku towards the net, and Deku scores after, I guess, Base touched. Let's watch this. I was not paying attention. Base gets a line drive off a defender, and it's the luckiest thing in the world for Deku to get it in. A defender stops Base's drive, and it centers it perfectly to Deku. Right where Deku is. It's the most ridiculous shit. Myself such a luxury. I'm on kickoff. Kickoff goes still neutral after Base's recovery attempt. Base gets some good touches in on the other team. Deku tries to go for it. He sends it to Base. Let's see if Base can get some luck here. Base sends it down the line. The other team steals it from him. Deku sends it down the line now. Gets it through the pocket. Base has to get to it. Oh god. The other team swipes it up high. Base is rotating out. Deku tries to center it, but that's a very weak centering pass by Deku. I'm keeping it in the pocket, going for the skirmish. Base is trying to bail me out of the skirmish. The other team gets the ball after Base touches it. Deku kind of centers it for the other team. Trying to swipe it away. Good effort. The other team can't score off of it. Base is going for a shot. He gets an open one. Deku gets the goal. That was a good touch by Deku because Base almost sent it wide. Good play. Big Rome has sent me an invite. Rome, I'm doing something right now. I know he's watching. I'm on kickoff. Kickoff goes neutral. Base gets the recovery. He gets a shot off. Oh, both me and Deku go for the shot. Deku, I was ahead of you. Come on. Base manages to snuff it back out to midfield. Deku steals it from him, sends it towards their net. The other team kicks it away, gives it some juice too. Base sends it back through the pocket. Let's see if Base can do it again. Deku does. Deku skips the pocket. Base shoots it in. Oh, and I get the rebound, and it's in. 2-0, 3:35 remaining. I thought that Base was going to get that, because that was one of those ridiculous shots. Alrighty. Well, we're doing good. Base on kickoff. Kickoff goes neutral. The other team gets it back. I swipe it away. Deku finishes the job. Deku's going for the line drive. The other team sends it towards our net. I swipe it away. The other team goes for a follow-up, and Deku finishes the job. Gets it on offense. See, Deku's going for a skirmish. He can't touch it. Base now finishes the skirmish. Sends it in front of their net. Nobody's there for it. The other team kicks it back. Deku gets another ball passed in front of the net. Oh man, that was straight to Base. He can't really get enough juice in it either. That would have been a good scoring opportunity. Base gets the ball back, and Deku can't touch it either. I'm sitting in net. Oh, and I can't touch it. We're all going for the same kind of play. There we go. The other team gets into the pocket. I'm going for the line drive. I have no boost though. Let's see here. Base is going for it. It was a little too low under it. Deku centers it, tries to snuff the play. And it works out. The other team can't get it through the pocket. Deku's going for a line drive. Gets it through, goes through midfield, through the slot, and it almost gently went in. I get the follow-up shot, and he can't finish it after a goalie stops me. Base sends it down back towards them, but they send it right back. Deku kicks it, and I get it, finishing the job for him. Going into the midfield. I'm bumping somebody. I thought that was other team, but why? How is base blue? I'm not gonna dwell on this. Base is gonna get a slow goal. The very par for the course now. I don't really have much to say about that. That's just why is base blue? 3-0, 147 remaining. Kickoff goes somewhat well. The other team's trying to get it through. They can't. Nobody's going for it in the skirmish, except me and Base, of course, and Base does touch it, it seems. Oh, me and Base all go for the skirmish, leaving Deku alone to get the goaltending, and the other team scores. 3-1, 130 remaining. Alright, I'm on kickoff. Kickoff goes poorly, but Base recovers. Sends it, skips the pocket. Gets it towards the net. Oh, and he can't finish the job. Let's see here. What's Base gonna do? Ah, Base can't save it. He got a touch in. That was very, very close. Very, very close. No shame for Base. Look at that. Oh, so close. So it's saving it. Welcome in, Rome. 3-2, 113 remaining. Oh no, and the other team wins kickoff. Nobody's there for it in that pocket. Deku gets it back. The other team gets it back. They skip the pocket. Deku gets it over them. The other team almost flubbed it for themselves. Base is going for a drive. I'm going into the slot. You stay on defense, Deku. Oh my god. I knew he was coming too. Like, come on, man. Play defense and let me play offense a little. Base can't get it. The other team gets it around him. I get it through the skirmish. I kick it into the slot from the wall. The other team can't quite play it. Deku keeps it alive. Base is looking to try to keep it alive too. It goes out towards our side of the field. Ah, I try to send it down to their side of the field, but it's not good. The other team gets a centering pass from me. Oh, I can't screen it. Base gets it out. Gates gets a breakaway opportunity, can't finish the job. Let's see, Deku just has to touch it, keep it on their side of the field. Our team's running with it, and we win. First round of finals. GG. Deku's on kickoff. There we go, Deku gets kickoff. He gets it through the pocket. Base is going to get a scoring attempt. The other team kicks it away. They're going for a line drive now. They're centering it. Deku stops it. I'm look to finish the job. I get into the pocket. Of course, Base is right there. Now Deku's on shift again. Base takes it instead. Sends it towards their net. Oh my god. Base almost scored. That's the most ridiculous angle ever. Alright, Deku is defending. The other team gets it into the pocket. Deku swipes it, snuffs the play. The other team gets it back. See, Base is going for the skirmish. He doesn't win it. Me and Deku kick it out. I try to finish the job for him, but it's not working. The other team stops it up. We're still on defense here. Deku sends it down the line. Let's see if it can break out of our zone. It does. It's out of our zone. Base wins the skirmish. It's heading towards their net. The other team kicks it out. Base gets a follow-up touch. Let's see here. Deku's going to rotate me out. Base. Deku gets a good centering pass, but the other team gets to it first. I snuffed the other team's play into the pocket. Oh no, and I get a centering pass by accident. Hopefully that works out for Deku. Doesn't. The other team can't really play it either. And me and Deku almost got a scoring attempt, but it goes wide. Deku's gonna center it. Let's see if Base can play it. The other team can't really touch it. I get a shot off from midfield. Oh, and it's blocked. Base is running it out of their goal zone. Deku's defending. I swipe it away from the other team, get the drive into the pocket. The other team can't play it. In the pocket, I'm going for the skirmish. The other team wins skirmish. Deku's on goal. He sends it back towards their zone. I'm rotating Deku out. Me and him have found a system, it seems. Deku snuffs the play, gets it into down the line. Alright. Base is going to drive it through the pocket. Base can't score off of that, but that was a beautiful attempt by Base. I center it. Let's see if Base can play it. Can't really. Deku's on it. I got the back. Oh, and the other team touches it first. Deku's back on defense. Or on offense now. I'm rotating him out. The other team is going to send it right in front of our net. Oh, and they get it right over me. And it's in. 1-0, 203. I almost had that, man. Very, very close. Oh boy. Base almost cleared that, man. That kind of hurts. I'm on kickoff. Kickoff goes neutral. Deku's right there for it. Nobody's in the slot. I thought Base was going to go for it, but Deku scores anyway. Beautiful play by Deku. What the hell? Very, very beautiful, Deku. 1-1. I think it gave me an assist. No, it didn't. 1:57 remaining. Well done, Deku. I'm on kickoff again. Kickoff goes neutral once again. Let's see, Base is going for it. I'm kind of skirmishing with someone. Base gets a shot on goal. Doesn't go in. The other team's going to send it down the line. Deku sends it back through the pocket. Weak pass, but it's still working. Base is still going for the skirmish. The other team steals it from Base. Let's stop it up in midfield. Base continues it for me. Oh, I got demoed. Oh boy. Deku's going for a beautiful shot from the defensive zone, and he scores! 2-1, 1:10 remaining. That's a beautiful opportunity for you, Deku. Well done. Sean, I would not like to trade. I don't like trading. I'm on kickoff. Deku says left. Person on the left always gets kickoff. Base gets the recovery off my kickoff. I almost skipped the pocket. Base gets it back right after I touch it. Uh-oh. Oh, Base gets a scoring attempt. Another ridiculous shot by Base. Oh my gosh. 3-1, 55 seconds remaining. Wow. I'm excited. Maybe I can finally say I won a tourney, huh? Base is on kickoff. Kickoff goes well. The other team can't stop it. Base gets a follow-up shot. Almost goes in. I can't get boost. Deku's sitting in goal. Let's see if he can get a score from this. The other team gets it off him, but the other team can't score off of that. I drive it out into the pocket off of a very rough play. I'm getting a line drive. I get the shot off the defender. Base is going to get it through the pocket again. Let's see. I'm expecting it to come back this way. Oh, the other team is trying to snuff it. Base gets it through the pocket. The other team can't really play it. I'm rotating Deku out. Deku's just doing donuts in our goal. I don't blame him. The other team's gonna get it across the field, and we win. We won a tourney for once. GG. Deku gets MVP. How about that? My first tournament win, everybody.